You know, if I had a bouquet of roses, I'd give them to you right now.
Thank you. I hope your wife will approve.
Raven? Well, why shouldn't she?
Well, she was here yesterday, you know, watching me rehearse. She's terribly interested about the success of your dance company, or so she told me.
Oh, I'm glad to hear.
You haven't heard it before? You mean she didn't tell you how devoted she is? She came to make sure I was going to do it justice, you know.
Well, how thoughtful of her.
Don't be too sure, darling. On opening night, if your wife tells me to break a leg, she mean it from the bottom of her heart.
I am sure that Raven will be just as pleased as I am when this curtain comes down to thunderous applause. You know, I've been thinking, Martine, it may very well be fate that Jody left the company, because if she didn't leave, you wouldn't have come back to me.
Sky, darling, I haven't come back to you. I came back to this. Oh, I might.
Well, hello, doctor. Are you applying for the job of house physician?
I came to see Martine. Martine, I'm sorry to barge in on your rehearsal here, but it's very important.
It's all right. What's up?
It's Jody. She left home yesterday afternoon very late, and we haven't seen her since, and we're worried about her.
Where do you think she might gone? Do you think this has to do with Gavin?
Yeah, that's probably it, doctor. She's probably with Gavin now. There might be on a banana boat headed for South America or something.
I don't have any idea. I thought perhaps you might.
I don't think I slept more than 2 hours all night. If that crazy Sharky doesn't let us out of here soon, I'm gonna go nuts.
Well, we've got to do something. I mean, the longer we wait, the worse things get.
I know that, Jody.
Look, the only thing is I don't want you doing anything dangerous, okay? Gavin, no more trying to get the gun away from Sharky.
I wish I knew what he was doing out there.
Must have thought I forgot all about you, huh? Guess what I did? I went out and got you breakfast. Huh? Oh, I know. Oh. I bet you thought I was right outside with my rifle pointed at you. Nah. I knew you'd be too scared to even move. Come on, let's show a little gratitude. Let's see some smiles on those faces. Huh? Come on, now, doesn't it show the Sharky's a decent kind of guy? Man. Look what I got you. Coffee. Sandwiches. Danish. Ooh, it's hot, it's hot.
Where'd you get the money, Sharky?
Your purse? Guess where I got this? Upstairs. One of your old lady's Johns must have left in a hurry. Pretty sharp, huh? All right. I bought you something that is sure to bring smiles to your faces, especially yours, champ. Fugitive Wiley indicted for murder. Well, what do you know about that? You're a real celebrity.
Edge of Night is brought to you by Dawn, the dishwashing liquid that takes grease out of your way, and by new Pringles with a delicious deep-fried flavor.
On your mark, get set.
I've got the fever for the flavor of new Pringles.
New Pringles? What's new about Pringles?
It's the deep fried taste. It's a crispy crunch. Pass the Pringles, please. I need a bunch. We've got the fever for the flavor of new Pringles. The fever for the flavor of new Pringles.
Now Pringles are made different with a brand new deliciously deep-fried flavor that makes them taste even better. And there's no preservatives, nothing artificial.
I've got the fever for the flavor of new Pringles.
It's the deep fried taste. It's the crispy crunch.
Pass the Pringles, please. I need a bunch.
We've got the fever for the flavor of new Pringles.
New Pringles, one bite.
You'll catch the fever for the flavor of new Pringles.
When we set out to improve a great laundry detergent, we wanted to keep the powerful cleaners that work on ordinary dirts, that cut through food stains, that get out grease and oil, and add powerful cleaners that clean collar soil even better than before. So that's what we did. all in the concentrated quarter cup called New Formula Era. So effective, it cleans clean through. Watch Era clean through collar soil, taco grease, and motor oil. We treat only the top with a teaspoon of Era, rub, run under warm water, and look. New Era cleans clean through. That's the kind of power you get in Era's little quarter cup. New Era, power that cleans clean through.
Well, I'm sure she's run off with him. That's the answer. What else could explain it? She loves him very much.
You better listen to her, Doctor. She's something of an expert on Gavin Wiley, to say nothing of fugitives from law in general. No offense, Martin. Doctor, if you don't mind, I have got a rehearsal that I'd like to get on with here.
I didn't intend to stay very long, Mr. Whitney. To tell you the truth, I'm a little surprised you're not more concerned about Jody. She was your personal protege for over 6 months, wasn't she? Or have you just lost interest entirely?
As a matter of fact, my interest is concentrated on only one subject right now, the opening of the Whitney Dance Company. An opening that I hope that you and your lovely wife will attend.
That all depends on Jody.
Well, I do hope she's here for opening. I mean, she was a very large part of the company for quite a while, but the way circumstances look now, I don't think she's going to make it. As a matter of fact, we may never see either one of them again.
Sky, how can you be so cruel?
Long practice is my guess. Mr. Whitney, would you mind if I used your phone?
Oh, well, no, not at all. Just help yourself, Doctor.
Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, it's nice to see you in such good spirits. Looks like you've gotten over your terrible grief about Gunther.
Time heals all wounds, Doctor.
Yes, so I see.
You haven't changed at all.
No, I haven't, darling. But then you haven't either.
Excuse me, I have to go back to work.
Yes, time heals all wounds. Except for yours, Gunther. Well, that's all right, Gunther. I'll just remove these blanks here and replace them with the real thing. Then I will drive you over to the house, put you in the attic, and I'll get you your money.
Cash, Mr. Whitney. Nothing but cash.
Oh, yes, Gunther, nothing but cash. And then I will tell Gavin that I have just saved his heart, and that I have taken your body and given you a private burial.
Oh, he's going to be so grateful to you, Mr. Whitney.
Oh, yes, he'll do anything I ask him now.
Yeah, he's going to be so scared. Oh, there's one thing, Mr. Whitney. I've never been up in the attic in your house there. Is there going to be enough room for me?
Oh, yes, Gunther. Plenty of room. You'll be very comfortable.
You know, I got to hand it to you, Mr. Whitney. You sort of blew it with that situation with Romeo Slade, but you sure did a good job this time.
Yes, Gunther, I really used my head. You see, now I've got Gavin Wiley under control. And you get to go to heaven.
That's right, Mr. Whitney. Oh, man, I'm going to find myself a tropical paradise.
Well, that's not exactly the kind of heaven I had in mind, Gunther.
Please tell me if I'm going too fast for you, Nora. I know you said your dictation is rusty.
No, it's coming back very well, surprisingly enough, and I'm sure I'll be able to read back what I wrote. You want me to try?
Well, that's a good idea. I'd like to know what I've been trying to say for the past 5 minutes. I'm so anxious about my sister, I can't even think straight.
In my opinion, the best way to use the primetime access period would be to develop a local news program which would do more than report the news. It would examine the issues which are affecting the way we live in Monticello. In fact, I wouldn't mind seeing the show called exactly that, The Way We Live. You know, I like that.
Geraldine Saxon will never go for the idea, though. We've been on a budget-cutting binge at the station for the past 3 months, and the situation regarding money is worse than ever. It's just no time to talk about new programming.
Then why not present your ideas a new way for MON to make money?
I don't understand.
Well, there are all sorts of advertisers who just love giving money away to serious public service kinds of programs. Their image, you know.
It's a good idea. You're not so dumb after all.
Well, I don't know about that. To be perfectly honest, I didn't get it all down in shorthand. I had to read back half of it.
I noticed.
No. Let your secretary get that.
Executive assistant.
Kavanaugh residence. Yes, doctor. One moment, please.
Oh, hello. Is there any news about Jody?
I'm afraid not. I've talked to practically everyone she knows in Monticello, and nobody has the slightest idea.
Well, I think we should call the police. What do you think?
I think something we gotta discuss. Look, I'm coming home. I'll get Dr. Solomon to cover for me at the hospital. I'll be there in a little while.
Okay, hon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, boy, do I need this morning. I feel like it's one of those days when you're gonna have to use toothpicks to keep your eyes open.
Well, did you have a bad night?
And one of those nights when you can't turn your brain off, you know. You didn't help any either.
Me? What did I do?
That story you told me about Jefferson Brown and your father and all that, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Thinking about those two guys stranded up there in all that snow, wondering what I would have done in that position. One thing I can tell you, though, I wouldn't like the cold.
Well, neither did Jefferson Brown or Schuyler Whitney. That's why they climbed down from the top of that mountain, big buddy.
Yeah, well, because one of them made it down doesn't mean that they both did.
I know. I can't prove that Jefferson Brown isn't buried under 50 tons of snow.
You know, there was something else I kept thinking about last night.
What's that?
You in that restaurant staring at Raven Whitney.
Well, I was just curious. I'd never seen her with Carlo Crown before.
Of course you did at the wedding. They were probably there just talking about more pictures or something.
You really think so?
No, but I don't think it was a romantic rendezvous. I mean, Raven wouldn't do that, at least not in public.
Well, I'm not really sure what I think. I know what I'm going to do this morning.
Well, what's that?
I'm going to have my picture taken.
Jenny, look who's here.
Hi, Grandma. Ma, I'm hot.
You've got a fever. Do you have any children's aspirin? No. I use children's Tylenol now because more pediatricians give it to their own kids.
To bring down your child's fever fast, trust Children's Tylenol.
Fever's down. Well, pediatricians know what works.
Trust aspirin-free Children's Tylenol, the one more pediatricians give their own children in chewables, liquid, and drops.
So you're saying I'll make more money if I use cheaper ingredients and fillers?
Yes, you will.
No, I won't. Young man, you might know bookkeeping, but you don't know a thing about Hillshire Farm smoked sausage. People buy my smoked sausage in Polska, Kielbasa, because I make it with farm fresh cuts of pork and beef, hand-trimmed, lean and tender.
Dinner's ready.
Quality meat makes Hillshire Farm
Delicious. I wouldn't change a thing.
Hillshire Farm, now with recipes right on the label.
Of the 4 prisoners who escaped in the confusion caused by the bus accident, 3 have been recovered. One prisoner, Matthew Sharkey, it's me, associated with the infamous Dr. Kenneth Bryson, is still at large. How do you like that, huh? I'm just as famous as you are. I just don't get the headlines. But that's fine with me. I want everybody to forget that Shark even exists for a while.
Oh, boy, would that be a pleasure. Sharky, why won't you believe us? We swear we won't say anything about you.
Don't beg him, Jody. No. No, that's okay. I'm used to it. Girls beg me all the time. They go, oh, Sharky. Oh, Sharky. Oh, please. Oh, Sharky. Oh, I'm begging you.
They beg like I did to get away. Luckiest day of my life was when you walked out on me, Sharky. I just didn't know how lucky I was.
Well, you guys are very ungrateful, that's all I can say. I mean, I take care of you, I get you breakfast, and what do I get? What do I get in return? Nothing but abuse. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go outside, and I'm gonna read my paper in peace. Now, why don't you three guys play a game of three-handed poker or something? I forgot. No cards.
God, this is awful. I mean, we've got to do something, but what?
Look, obviously we have one thing in our favor. There's three of us and there's one of him.
Gavin, he's got the gun. I mean, that more than makes up for the difference in numbers.
Gavin, he is crazy enough to shoot us all dead without batting an eye. I know the guy.
You're right. But he's stupid. That's another thing we've got in our favor. We're smarter than him. Now, if we can think of some way to outfox him.
Like what? Look, maybe the best thing to do is just wait. He can't stay here much longer himself, and he'll get tired of holding us here, and when he does, he'll have to let us go. Gavin, please, promise me you won't take any more chances. You're in enough trouble as it is.
I had no idea things would turn out this way.
You know, for a while, I wasn't even sure if you were coming back.
Yeah, I know you didn't. But I was coming back. You can ask Bobby. We were on our way to the police when Sharky showed up.
I don't know. I just don't know what we're gonna do.
Hey, kids. I almost forgot. I picked up something else for you this morning, and I forgot all about it. Water. See, I know how much you ladies want to take a bath, so what you gotta do is you gotta open a cap and dump it in the sink and climb right in, and Sharky's gonna climb in right after you, and we'll go scrub-a-dub-dub with little duckies and everything like that. Yeah, you go first, because I know that you aren't very shy. Now it's your turn. Come and get it, honey. I said come and get it. Whoops. Why don't you just pick that up for me? Here, I'll even help you, okay?
Whoa!
I've had it! You guys don't want to be cooperative? Fine! That's the way it has to be. That's the way it has to be. If you want to go, go.
Do you really?
Go ahead, go ahead.
You mean this?
Of course I mean, that's what I said. I want you to go. Get out of here. I'm sick of you. You make me crazy. Oh! There is one thing. Just so that you don't get the idea of blowing a whistle on me. I'm keeping a little girl with me.
Health experts don't always agree on what's best, but many of them believe we should keep our serum cholesterol from rising above normal limits. Now, how do we do that? Well, in this university study, 43 families on individual eating plans reduced serum cholesterol an average of 9.6% in 3 weeks. Did they live on boiled rice? Not at all. They cut down on foods that were high in cholesterol and saturated fats. They ate more fish, more chicken, more fruit, more vegetable, and for cooking and salad dressings, they used Puritan oil because it is low in saturated fats and contains no cholesterol. This is the oil. I think you should try it. This is the name. I think you should remember it. Puritan knows you're fighting serum cholesterol. Puritan wants you to win.
You invite me over for a friendly dinner, and look what I find.
Another glass.
Eddie, it's got lipstick on it.
And just after this greasy pan.
It's not my shade.
Dawn will handle it.
After those greasy dishes?
Try it yourself.
Water doesn't feel greasy, or my hands. And this glass looks as good as the first one.
Dawn's great, huh?
Now, about the lipstick.
What lipstick?
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
The autopsy performed by Dr. Miles Cavanaugh confirmed the initial opinion of the medical examiner that the bullet which killed Gunther Wagner had been fired at a distance of at least 10 feet. Direct contradiction to the alleged claim of Gavin Wiley that the gun had been fired accidentally during a struggle for the weapon. Come on, Dee Dee, show and tell tonight. We're gonna reenact your crime. Come on.
Cliff, I would love to shoot you, but I didn't bring my gun in this morning.
It's all right, we can use this 45 caliber stapler. You're Gunther Wagner. Come at me.
Cliff, I have a lot of work to do, okay? I will come out and play with you later.
Dee Dee, didn't you ever want to be an actress? Come on. You're Gunther Wagner. You're 9 foot tall. You're taller. You got muscles on your muscles. You're coming at me now. I don't want you to break my bones. I remember once you broke my leg. What can I do? I gotta fire, right? Bang! Bang! Bang!
Okay.
Get him, Calvin. Slap the cuffs on him and book him for attempted assault with a deadly weapon.
It's only a stapler.
Aren't you two a little old for cops and robbers?
I'm trying to help your friend, Gavin Wiley. Point that gun at me. I'm Gunther, okay? You shoot me from 10 feet, you know, just like Dr. Cavanaugh said. I'm still strong enough to struggle over to fight for the weapon, which would corroborate Gavin Wiley's story as told by Jody Travis.
Very good. Maybe you can also explain why we now have 3 runaways.
3?
Bobby Gerard, Gavin Wiley, and Jody Travis.
Jody? What'd she do?
Well, she probably went to meet Gavin somewhere. They probably got in touch and arranged it.
Great. Beginning to see my future client digging his hole deeper.
Much deeper. Look, you ready for lunch?
Definitely.
Lunch? You realize, of course, this is the second lunch the two of you have had together this week. Well, not that I'm complaining. There are 7 lunch times in a week. It is nice to see the fact that you aren't fighting anymore.
And how do you know that we don't fight at lunch?
I know. Which reminds me, I have a lunch of my own. See you later.
Cliff, you forgot your gun?
Thank you, officer. Some cop you'd make. Wasn't even loaded. Dawn's promising star. Held in a pool.
He's right about one thing.
What's that?
We aren't fighting anymore.
No, we're not.
Lunch?
Definitely.
Well, what perfect timing, Detective. I was just thinking about you.
Oh, really? Why is that?
I was just thinking about our chance meeting at the restaurant last night.
Mr. Crown, how long have you been a professional photographer?
Oh, about 5 years. Why?
Oh, really? Have you had occasion to work overseas at all?
No. Why do you ask?
Well, I remember you saying last night that you were interested in seeing Martine Duval work on the stage again. Now, as far as I know, she's never worked in this country. She's only worked overseas.
I believe you're mistaken about that, Detective. Martine has appeared in this country on stage in a nightclub in New York. I hadn't realized that I had seen her until she mentioned it was quite some time ago.
I see. Well, I guess I didn't think of nightclub work as being stage work. Say, you don't happen to remember what club that was, do you?
Do you mind telling me why you're asking me all these questions?
Well, what I'd really like to know, Mr. Crown, I wonder if you've ever had occasion to run across Martine Duval's husband. His name is Collier Wells. Does that ring a bell at all?
No. I don't know the name and I don't know the man. What I do know, Detective, is that I have a real heavy schedule this morning, and as you may or may not know, there's a lot more to photography than meets the eye.
I'll bet there is. Well, I guess that's all the questions I had to ask anyway, Mr. Crown.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
Anytime, Detective.
Looks like a pickup day in more ways than one. George there is using a Glad 3-ply trash bag from the #1 name in trash. And Joe's using your typical bargain bag. Or was.
Give me strength.
Try Glad 3-ply. They're reinforced. In fact, Glad 3-ply resists punctures past the average point where most bargain bags fail. It's the strongest regular trash bag we've ever made.
It is stronger.
Yes, we're #1. We're tough, and we're Glad.
3 delicious desserts from Betty Crocker. They're Stir and Frost,
Make someone happy.
Fudge Supreme Brownies,
Make someone happy.
or Snack and Cake. You and Betty Crocker can. Inside each delicious snack and cake is a special snack, like chocolate chips or bananas or walnuts. Just one of the delicious ways.
You and Betty Crocker can.
Best bite I've had all day.
Make someone happy.
Tonight at 6 on The Incredible Hulk, David Banner gets involved in a power struggle on the waterfront. Then at 7, Fred's 65th birthday is anything but happy on Sanford and Son.
Nope, there's been no word from Jody, and I'm sure it has something to do with Gavin.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure she's out there someplace looking for him right now.
Well, I think it's more than that. I think she probably got a call from him while we weren't around, and now she's gone off to meet him at Bobby's mother's house, wherever that is.
Well, the police would know where it was. I'll tell you something, if she doesn't call within the next 2 hours, then to hell with that agreement we made with her. I'm going to call the police myself.
Oh, I hate to do that, but if that's the only way to find them.
Have you seen that? By the way, have you seen the paper? It's bad news. They've indicted Gavin for murder.
Oh, no. Before he's even had a chance to tell his side of the story?
He's a fugitive, Nicole, and fugitives lose some of their rights. It's all right. Doesn't mean he's going to go to jail necessarily or even go to trial if everything goes okay.
Look at the two of them side by side. You just can't believe that Gunther is the victim and Gavin the accused.
Don't exactly fit the roles, do they?
No.
Oh, baby, you're tired, aren't you? Come here. Only got 3 hours of sleep last night waiting for Jody to call. Tell you what, you go upstairs right now and get some rest, okay? Doctor's orders.
And husbands?
And husbands. Just make sure you do it. I'm going to follow you there. Come on, march.
Oh, Gunther, my poor, darling Gunther.
When the pain starts here, the pain stops here. When the pain starts here, the pain stops here. With the Buffered Extra Strength relief you'll find in new Extra Strength Bufferin. 1,000 milligrams of strong aspirin, the strongest dosage you can buy, combined with special protection against aspirin stomach upset. Anacin and Bayer don't give protection. Regular Tylenol's not as strong and can't give aspirin doctors prefer. But Extra Strength Bufferin does. The pain stops here with new Extra Strength Bufferin in tablets and capsules.
My gray hair makes me feel so old. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wash that gray right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that gray right out of my hair.
Loving Care Color Lotion washes away your gray and washes in your own natural color. It's gentle. It has no peroxide or ammonia. Loving Care is really different.
So I wash that gray right out of my hair. Oh, yes, I wash that gray right out of my hair.
With Clairol Loving Care.
Tonight, the future of flight.
Stay healthy by eating good, nutritious food. I have a reminder for you. This weekend, you can have super fun at Super Sunday. Don't forget it. It's down on the Parkway in Philadelphia. Next weekend, an update from the Lupus Foundation and a preview of Philadelphia's Museum Showcase. Make sure you join me, please. In the meantime, enjoy yourself.
Tonight at 6, David Banner finds romance on The Incredible Hulk here on Channel 48.